16 unit systematic in the use of shotguns, loaded with lethal ammunition, suppressed peaceful assembly at Dhaka University and 17 police, RAB and BGB extrajudicially killed protesters in Pura on 18 July, disproportionate and indiscriminate use of firearms in response to violence and arrest, indiscriminately shooting in Rampura and Baghdad by BGP on July 19. Violently cleared in Dhaka, Chattogram Highway in the Pradai between 16 to 21 years. Extrajudicial killings to suppress the march to Dhaka on August 5 involved the army who shot at protesters at Jamuna Tulsa Park on 5th August 2024, used helicopter to intimidate and deployed possibly unlawful force, obstructed of medical care and denied necessary medical documentation, obstructed medical treatment of victims. Sheikh Asabul Yamin, shot by police.
সরাসরি দেখতে পাচ্ছেন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়টির মোড় থেকে খুনি হাসিনা শেখ হাসিনার রায়ের সরাসরি ছাত্র জনতার সমাবেশ
and caused unjustified shutdown of employment. In the same report, Mr. Volkar said the High Commissioner of Human Rights Office of Investigation atrocities committed in July Revolution in 24 in Bangladesh Act. He consulted and systematic in order to remain in power. There are already grounds to believe that hundreds of extrajudicial killings, arrests, detention, and torture were carried out by the political leaders and the highest law enforcement authorities within their knowledge and under their direction and supervision as achievement to pursue the government. However, human rights have been seriously violated and thus international crimes have been committed. We also observe that the evidences collected do depict a picture of widespread state atrocities and targeted killings. He further remarked that such atrocities ought to be brought under accountability. There are many other reports similar reports by the Global Institute of Truth and Justice Project, Bloodshed in Bangladesh, World Report 2025 of Human Rights Watch, videos of the occurrence. It appears from the season list contained in Volume 4, section 4, season list and documentation. A good number of videos of the error occurrences have been seized by investigating officers, which are described below. Number 1. A video of 1 hour 23 minutes and 5 seconds showing a truth consolidated 14 July 2024 of Office Sheikh Hasina after her return from China, in which she, in answer to a question of one journalist, angrily remarked, pointing towards the protesting students, মুক্তিযুদ্ধের বিরুদ্ধে আর মুক্তিযোদ্ধার বিরুদ্ধে এতক্ষণ কেন? মুক্তিযোদ্ধাদের নাতিপুতিরা চাকরি পাবে না তো কি রাজাকারের নাতিপুতিরা পাবে? Number 2, a video 35 seconds dated 15 July 2024 protest of the education students of Dhaka University at midnight against the remarks of Sheikh Hasina made in the press conference dated 14 July 2024, pointing towards the protesting students. Number 3, a video showing the remark Rajakarদের জবাবগুলো ছাত্রলীগ. Number 4, a video of 1 minute 5 seconds which shows attacks upon the students of Upper Movement by Bangladesh Chhatra League leaders and activists on 15 July 2024 at night. A video which shows that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, while visiting damaged metro rail station on 26 July 2024, defended her previous comment to the press conference dated 14 July 2024. Number 6. A video showing Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina reports of her deliberation in a function of the Mahila 2024 commented that the Kota movement was logical and also committed announcing Topkhana. Number 7. A video showing some advanced remarks of Sheikh Hasina against the female students of Topkhana of Dhaka University meeting that are released on 15 July 2024. A video showing how Sheikh Hasina asked Delhi to attack Dhaka. A video shows the scenario of how Pakistan students were subject to the drug movement. This video was broadcast by Narrative Bangladesh on 19 April 2025. A video which shows the scene of shooting a young person named Rudolph by police in the July movement. This video was broadcast by YouTube channel named International Truth and Justice Project on 15 January 2025. A video named Whatever Evidence of Massacre Bangla showing the scenario participants of the movement. This video was broadcast by International Truth and Justice Project YouTube channel on 14 January 2022, showing how movement participants Kopal Chandra Burma was involved with one shot in his face, both in the terminal as PW number 1. A video titled Minister, Shotadi ka 11 Minister of Maharashtra, during C-19. A video titled Where Helicopter Attack Kota Andolan 2024, showing Operation upon the protesters from Where Helicopter people parts of Dhaka in July 2024. A video showing how protesters Imam Hassan Saeed was shot with Dhaka. This video is showing the passing of orders by British Commissioner Abdul Rahman to the Islam government asking them to shoot the protesters below West. A number of videos showing shooting after the protesting people from helicopters. A video showing the scene of burning the dead bodies of protesting students and common people by police at Ashuria, Dhaka on 4th August 2025 during the July movement. A video showing the scene of Abu Said, a coordinator of July movement, which was being shot multiple times by police at a close range with the Taliban. A video showing the scene of a dead body of protester Asadul Yamin being thrown from APC armed personnel carrier by police. A video which showing the accused Home Minister Asadul Yamin defending the use of lethal weapon by police. Extent of cruelty. It transfers from the evidence is that cruelty of the extreme level was administered upon the dead and injured protesters. Police and activists are already acknowledging both the intent and abuse of individuals carrying the injured protesters. Hospitals are asked not to give admission to the injured protesters. It appears from the testimony of PW2 that in some cases, Patients are searched by police and ruling prosecutors. Doctors are intimidated and some of the doctors are transferred due to giving treatment to the Protestant good person. PW chief Parveen reports that she found an injured young man shouting, save me, save me, under just about driver. Blood was coming out from both of his eyes. Parveen pulled him up and put him on her shoulder and looking for a rickshaw. And then 14 to 15 armed police shot them. The injured man, being hit by bullets, fell down from her shoulder. They also shot PW Parveen at her left eye, where abdomen and other parts of the body. Blood was coming out of her body and thus she fell down. Coordinator of the movement outside of the University and who was shot at his shoulder. Doctors are forced to change his post-mortem report 5 days. W89 Cheetah was shot at a close distance of 5 meters. He was hit by 500 bullets and three hospitals refused to admit him, surprising that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina introduced instructed to refuse admission to the Protestant patient. PWA also says that according to activists were asking him and as such, he was hidden in separate room by the doctor. It is for the evidence of PW and Shahana Bator, who is down the dead body of Pakistan along with two other dead bodies in the area of Dhaka. PW claimed and the enough Nazir that he also stated that his son was killed and then the dead body was found by police in Syria. We find from the testimony of PW Asabur was shot dead and set ablaze. It appears from the testimony of PW 13 Dr. Muhammad Mahfouz Rahman that most patients admitted to the hospital had no scar. The detective branch members had forbidden the doctors not to be serious in the treatment of the Protestant patients and also that they had been instructed from the higher authorities not to raise the Protestant patients admitted there. The patients are mostly aged 30 to 30 years. The DB also asked the doctors not to admit any more patients involved in this movement. This witness also said that in order to hide the injured patient from the sight of the personnel, the doctors adopted some tactics like changing the names of the patient and the type of injury to the admission register and recording road accident or other results instead of bullet wounds. It appears from the evidence of W15 Dr. Hassanul Panna that police and army activists prevented of the protested patients, completed new patients, checked admission register, took away list of patients, set up business of the hospital and prevented entrance and exit of the ambulance and patients. This witness also said that one patient named Mustaqim Linda was admitted through an automatic entrance. To save the protested patient, the doctors had to change the name of the patient and particular of their problems. Remove them from the general ward to the post-operative ward, ICU, special caring. He added that treatment was given to such patients at risk of life of the doctors. We find from the deposition of PW18, Dr. Raziful Islam, that she was forced to change the post-mortem report of homicide 4 to 5 times. He was threatened with the saying that if he does not put a change the cause of death of Abu Sa'id, he will be prosecuted. He was further told that there was an intelligence report against him. In 2019, Shariful Islam was involved in the bombing in Kustia. 62 pillars are removed from his body and 500 more still in his body. It is released from the evidence of PW21 Dr. Zakia Sitaram that on 18 July 2024, there is 200 patients aged about 14 to 25 years with bullet injuries. On 19 July 2024, also similar number of patients with bullet injuries were admitted in the hospital. Numerous patients with bullet injuries were admitted on 4, 5, 6 August 2024. It further appears from the evidence of this request that out of associate patients, 493 lost one eye forever, 11 lost both eyes forever, 28 lost vision of both eyes, and 47 lost vision of one eye. It appears from the evidence of TW22, Mr. It that while his son
শুধুমাত্র স্টেসের ডাটার প্রোটেকশন পিরিয়ডের প্রবলেম লাইভে তো করবে না ভিডিও কল হচ্ছে কিও ভাই একটু দুষ্টামি করে একটু যে একটু ফিনিশটা চাপ দেয় তারপর ক্যান্সেল করে দেয় হ্যাঁ বুঝলাম দেখি যে রেসপন্স আছে ও আচ্ছা 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 মানে ওর টেকনিক একটা হ্যাঁ
Equally একটা, more একটা, out of একটা, extra, Bagita, and it transfers from the testimony of PW24. Dr. Masud Ahmed that Catholic activists stopped and were carrying protesting wounded near Shahidullah Hall of Dhaka University. They also checked the patient identity, asked the doctors not to treat the wounded protesters and also not to be so serious in their treatment. The further said, 5 doctors are elsewhere due to rendering treatment to protesters with bullet injuries. This witness also stated that the direction of the transfer of the patients treated on 19, 20, 21 July and 4-5 August in Dhaka Medical College Hospital was from the top to the bottom to mean that the transfer was done from above to obviously inside helicopter. It appears from the evidence of PW24 report that bullets were fired from helicopter and that many false cases were filed against the protesters and also that the activists of Omni, Dubuli and Saturi prevented the treatment and burial of protesters. Furthermore, some of the protesters are possibly disappeared and many dead bodies of the protesters are concealed. He himself and some other student leaders were abducted. PW48, Ali Hassan Zulay stated that on 15 July 2024, Sakalbela activists brutally attacked and injured the Dhaka University students who were going to the hospital and tortured them in the hospital. He further said that the protesters were fired from the helicopter. We find from the evidence of PW54 and the alumni investigating officer that the protester named Ashabul Yamin was thrown down from the ATC by the police. Summing up by the learned chief prosecutor. The learned chief prosecutor advanced argument on conclusion of the testimonies of the prosecution witnesses. He submitted that the instant case is an unprecedented and unexceptional point in the history of this subcontinent. After achieving independence in 1971, the people of the country had a great expectation and belief that all sorts of suffering, poverty, tyranny, and high-handedness of the government and the mighty quarters would come to an end, and people would enjoy working, happiness, and all kinds of progress. But all these have been doomed to ashes. The Islamic prosecutor brought the ruling party Awami League as fascist at an issue from the very inception of independent Bangladesh. The Awami League government concentrated to perpetuate its power by way of exploitation, torture, stealing, corruption, denial of democracy and fundamental rights of the people, freedom of press and speech, as well as social justice and thereupon established dictatorship by reforming action. The then Awami government led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman planned to connive with a neighboring country to engage and abolish our glorious army and life form, Rokhi Bahini, an armed organized parallel to the army. United, after coming to the power in 2008, Sheikh Hasina's government committed the state that by torture, obstruction, killing, prosecution, imprisonment, confinement, and put it to be appointed to nominated judiciary, restricted the freedom of press and freedom of speech. Sheikh Hasina oppressed the critics, writers, journalists, members of civil society, lawyers, and judges, and ousted many of them from the country. The then Chief Justice Sheikh Hasina, eminent writer and journalist, as well as historian Mahmoud Rahman, politician and journalist Pinaki Bhattacharya, Shafiq Rahman, Ilyas Hussain, Kamal Sarwar, Mufti Qutb Ansari, Nurinder Rahman, Shahid Alam, Jawad Mirza, Tasneem Khuli, Zulkarnain Shaher, Barrister Abdul Razzaq were driven out of the country for speaking the truth and criticizing the government misrule, oppression, and evil. In 2008, with Sheikh Hasina's conspiracy as that of her father, 57 senior army officers, wife, and deputation in Bangladesh border guard, that is BGG, or in an official congregation of Topkhana BGG headquarters by the Awami League leaders and loyal army officers, whereas no action was taken. Therefore, no action was taken against those leaders. In 2013, the law enforcement and the ruling party activities hundreds of innocent young and underage madrasa students in congregations arranged by Islamic organizations across the Islam at the Safa chapter Dhaka without any problem either, and thereafter no action was taken against the killers. For perpetuating her power, accused Sheikh Hasina politicized judiciary, army, law enforcement agencies, bureaucracies, and all other departments and made them subservient of her outfit and her government. So the ultimate motive of remaining in power for long, Sheikh Hasina obtained the verdict and the court given by me by her lawyer that is based on Chief Justice President for abolish or move popular and well-settled electoral system in the capital government and of part election in 2014, ignoring the participation and demand of the opposition parties in that election 153 candidates of the ruling party are elected
বেলা
members of the board.
11টায় এই বিচার কার্য শুরু হওয়ার কথা
The partial election was held in
ঠিক 12টা
practical
12টা
election was
হওয়ার
held
পরেই
in
কিন্তু এই
2018
বিচার
June.
কার্য
Ballot
শুরু
boxes
হলো
were
যে
filled
বিপিসির
out
যে
in the night
রায় পড়া শুরু হয়েছে
preceding the day of election. Without
বিচারপতি
clearing the demands of the opposition parties for holding election by
রায় পড়া
the
শুরু
government
করেছেন
for
এবং
the
রায়
sake of security, fairness, and
এই রায় কিন্তু
transparency,
Sheikh Mohammed এবং
there is another
তিনি
prosecutor
বিচার কার্য শুরু করার আগে যেমনটা জানিয়েছেন যে 6 ভাগে কিন্তু এই রায় ঘোষণা করা হবে
dummy election in the
ট্রাইব্যুনাল একের
without allowing the political
বিচারপতি
parties to
দুই
participate.
সদস্য হলেন
In 2024, the
বিচারক
President announced a movement daily information of the quota system in government.
গত 23
The
অক্টোবর
particularly
প্রসিকিউশন
demanded
ও আসামিপক্ষের আইনে
reduction of quota
যুক্তিতর্ক শেষ
to 5%
হলে কিন্তু
from
এই মামলার ঘোষণার তারিখ জানানো হয় গত 13ই নভেম্বর কিন্তু তিন ট্রাইব্যুনাল সেই সিদ্ধান্ত অনুযায়ী কিন্তু 13ই নভেম্বর রায় ঘোষণার জন্য আজকের এই দিনটি ধার্য করে ট্রাইব্যুনাল এই রায় ঘোষণা সরাসরি সম্প্রচার করছে বাংলাদেশ টেলিভিশন বিটিভি এবং বার্তা সংস্থা রাইটার্স বাংলাদেশ টেলিভিশনের মাধ্যমে বিভিন্ন প্রচার মাধ্যমে কিন্তু সরাসরি সম্প্রচার করা হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশ টেলিভিশন বিটিভি সম্প্রচার থেকেই কিন্তু দেশের সবকটি গণমাধ্যমে কিন্তু এই রায় সরাসরি সম্প্রচার করা হচ্ছে দেশের
our lead secretary and cabinet minister was the father, and Satlulik Jubolik leaders stated in their party meeting that Satlulik was enough to control the protesting students and that the education free. Paid out in all other educational institutes for the country. The armed activists of Satlulik and Jubolik attacked all of the travel after the
গণঅভ্যুত্থানের আন্দোলনরত 1400 মানুষকে নিরস্ত্র মানুষকে কিন্তু অন্যায় এবং হচ্ছে 25,000-এর বেশি মানুষ আহত হওয়ার ঘটনায় করা এই মামলায় আনা প্রমাণ হলে শেখ হাসিনা এবং তার সহযোগীদের সর্বোচ্চ শাস্তি হিসেবে মৃত্যুদণ্ড হবে কিনা কোনো শাস্তি দেওয়া হবে শেখ হাসিনা ছাড়াও কিন্তু সরকারের মন্ত্রী আসাদুজ্জামান খান কামাল ও তার সময়ের সর্বশেষ পুলিশের প্রধান আইজিপি চৌধুরী আব্দুল্লাহ আল মামুন এই মামলার আসামি
Sheikh Hasina ordered the law enforcement and the activists of our authorities to use their the protesters and accordingly from 18 July to 1st August 2024, hundreds of protesters and youth have been throughout the country by using drones, helicopters and various types of weaponry. As part of the widespread security attack, the pursuit of the attacking and order of the Sheikh Hasina and direct participation in establishment of order and supervision of security and the Secretary General of Police Chowdhury Abdullah Mahmood. His protesters are brutally killed and many were seriously injured on 6th August. Similarly, law enforcement and activists of our society and Jubilee killed 6 persons at a criminal operation on 6th August 2022. One of the 6 was unidentified. After being shot dead, police immediately found the dead bodies, found the dead bodies. Unidentified protesters were alive. The Direct Chief Prosecutor submitted that the family members of the martyrs, the injured victims, and other witnesses proved the These occurrences are also recorded in the in order which has been placed in the surveillance. The conversations recorded in DVD and the video of the occurrences has been examined by the CID expert, who found that the same conversations and videos are not narrated by artificial intelligence. In addition to the indictment, order or occupation of the accused in the atrocities, the accused are liable for their abstention from taking measures for the prevention of the same or taking immediate measures against the doers thereof. Being the Prime Minister, accused Sheikh Hasina was the Supreme Commander of the law enforcement agencies, inclusive of the Home Minister and the Inspector General of Police. As such, the crimes against humanity in question was not taken place without the involvement, express, or defeat of them. The Director Prosecutor added that the movement of the students continued for 36 years to reduce, as stated here in the report. The rate of protesting students and common people are killed and thousands are seriously injured. Most of them became permanently handicapped and blind, but accused Mr. Shivaji and the other accused men, none of the government authorities or the leaders of the ruling party among these accused confirmed or more for such activity program. Sheikh Hasina, instead of expressing remorse or seeking apology to the failed crime, embodied conversations from time to time. This tribunal, by an order, on the application of the prosecution, prohibited Sheikh Hasina to be restrained from making just speeches anymore, but she continues to do. Sheikh Hasina committed contempt of this tribunal by threatening the concerned officials of the government, as well as the tribunal afterwards, the prosecutor received 200 specific passes and one the houses of the rival party leaders next to the in audio conversation and one of our party activities for him, the tribunal view contempt proceeding against her. In the same proceeding, the tribunal convicted Sheikh Hasina and sentenced her to 6 months imprisonment. The accused committed crimes against humanity done by their incitement, order, arrangement, obstruction, and connection to come to the authority, joint criminal enterprise, and to create non-responsibility. The authority in question was widespread and community and was the atrocities in question were widespread and systematic, and it was directed against the civilian population. The Honorable Prosecutor concluded with submission in the saying that in the circumstances it has been proved and established beyond reasonable doubt that the accused committed the crime against humanity by their incitement, order, participation, abatement, and also inaction thereupon. They deserve the maximum punishment as prescribed by Section 3, Subsection 2, K, G, H, and Section 4, Subsection 1, Subsection 2A, 4.2B, 4.2C, and 4.3 of the International Tax Tribunal Act 1973. Here it is. The evidences against the accused are so strong and adequate that if they are tried in any other court or tribunal in the world, they would be awarded the maximum punishment. It may be noted that the Honorable Prosecutor Mr. Sheikh Mahdi assisted the Chief Prosecutor by preparing a number of decisions of request international tribunals. In the summing up session, the Attorney General of Bangladesh appeared and shared the concluding submission. In this submission, the Attorney General referred to the conviction and sentence of many of the heads of government and state in the world for their commission of crimes against humanity, and therefore for awarding maximum punishment to the accused of the instant case, so that no other prime minister or the head of state regard such atrocities in the days to come. Summing up by the learned State Defense, Mr. Amir Hussain, the learned State Defense Council argued that accused Sheikh Hasina and Topkhana are quite innocent. The accused did not incite or order or participate or abet the commission of the crimes against humanity. The trial itself accused the accused under the International Crimes Tribunal Act 1973 with unlawful themes. The act was passed for the purpose of trial of the persons who committed genocide in 1971. Allegedly, the atrocities spread throughout the country, but the prosecution failed to examine witnesses of all the districts where atrocities took place. The United Defense Council submitted that no helicopter was used to kill the protesting students and the public in the July-August movement 2024. The audio conversations in question have not been duly examined by the experts. Although the audios have been examined by CID, the same should have been examined by some more experts. He questioned the prosecution claim as to the number of bullets and wounds. He stated that although the prosecution claimed that 1,500 protesters died and 25,000 injured, but the gazetted notifications of the government showed that the number of dead protesters is about 800. He emphatically asserted that accused Sheikh Hasina did neither incite nor order nor take part in the alleged atrocities or crimes against humanity. Mr. Amir Hussain vehemently opposed the words of the Chief Prosecutor Tarun Sheikh Hasina and Abdul Kamal as racist. He also opposed the assertion of the Chief Prosecutor that Sheikh Hasina fled to Delhi due to the commission of the crimes against humanity by the way of the mass movement. He finally committed that accused Sheikh Hasina and Abdul Kamal are quite innocent, and thus they deserve to be acquitted of the charges. Now, the Honorable Chairman of the Tribunal, Mr. Justice Chaudhary, will read out the final question of the I struggled some requests of donation. Because that I will say that I did not understand the name of Mohammed, who is the Abdul Sudan. Sometimes it was wrong here. I think we managed to do on the tribunal too. Okay? And we are soon sometimes going to sister. So, thanks to him. We have taken judicial notice of some incidents. Number one, accused Sheikh Hasina. started making contemptuous and hate speeches in the social media subsequent to the July movement 2024. Whereupon she was ordered by his president to be restrained from such speeches of contempt and hatred. Secondly, in a telephonic conversation with the party activist named Mr. Shakir, accused Shakir infringing tribunal's order, made some hateful and contemptuous remarks, asking slave activist Shakir to kill 226 persons as 226 cases have been found against him, and to burn the houses of the rival people. Whereupon this tribunal convicted him for contempt of the tribunal and sentenced her to 6 months imprisonment. Another one, the tribunal has further noticed one of our interviews published in the Daily Star a few days ago, the date is not remembered here, in which she impliedly admitted that atrocities had certainly taken place in July movement 2024. But she denied that she ordered to commit such atrocities. It has further been noticed by the tribunal that in another interview with a YouTube channel named Deshama of India, accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina admitted her responsibility for the July 24 atrocities in the words, as the leader of the country, I assume ultimate leadership responsibility. Furthermore, we have noticed that Sheikh Hasina made an interview with Daily Anand Bazar of India on 7 November 25, wherein she admitted her superior command responsibility. So, find the newspaper. Now I will start with our observations and inference. From the following findings, questions are concerned. It transpires that the students of Dhaka University and other academic institutions have launched a movement on 1 July 2024, demanding reformation in the quota system in the government jobs and continuing the same till 5 August 2024. The government did not pay heed to the demands of the state. Instead of listening to the students and fulfilling their demands, the then Prime Minister, accused Sheikh Hasina, undermined the movement and made it derogatory remarks, pointing towards the students, terming them lajaks. The term is an observation in Bengal. In her words, Mukti Yudha Natikutira Chakri Paganato Adakare Natikutira Pagana. As the aftermath of aforesaid observation and the derogatory remark of Sheikh Hasina, the students, including female students who were at the forefront of Dhaka University, burst into a rage and assembled at the Rajabhaskur in front of PSC of Dhaka University. and vehemently protested against the state obligation and disseminated remarks of Sakalbela and also demanded our apology and withdrawal of the state watch. In the night following 14 July 2024, accused Sheikh Hasina held a telephonic conversation with Dhaka University Vice Chancellor Topkhana, and in course of the conversation, Sheikh Hasina said, রাজাকারদের তো ফাঁসি দিয়েছে, এবার তোদেরও তাই করব, একটাও ছাড়ব না, আমি বলে দিচ্ছি। রাজাকার সাথে now they also now Mr. I have already ordered. She again said, রাজাকারদের কি অবস্থা হয়েছে দেখিস না, সবগুলোকে ফাঁসি দিচ্ছি, এবার তোদেরও ছাড়ব না। In the same conversation, Sheikh Hasina further said, আমি বলে দিচ্ছি আজকে সহ্য করার পর রেস্ট করবে, ধরে নেবেন এবং যা অ্যাকশন নেওয়া হবে। And it is crystal clear that Sheikh Hasina expressed her incitement to the activists of her party Awami and affiliates, her colleague and devotee, and also gave provocation to the protesters, and furthermore she expressed that she ordered to kill and eliminate the protesting students. The concern as well as the transcript thereof has been submitted in the tribunal. In addition to the above, on 15/7/2025-24, our Ministry Secretary and Cabinet Minister Obstruction made another provocative remark, saying, "Andolan dominant Sakalbela is Sakalbela is not controlling." Whereupon the protesting students of Dhaka University burst into anger and vehemently protested against Sheikh Hasina, Obstruction and the government. The activists of Sakalbela attacked the protesting students with various deadly weapons and severely injured hundreds of them, whereupon they had to be hospitalized. The attackers impeded the injured students proceeding to the hospital and also impeded their treatment. Moreover, the attackers made further attacks upon the students undergoing treatment in the hospital. In consequence of the above noted incitements of Sheikh Hasina, in the press conference on 14 July 2026, our order to kill them was revealed in her conversation on the following night with Dhaka University Vice Chancellor, and also the provocative and aggressive remark of our Secretary Wazir Kader, the law enforcement and activists of Sakalbela and Bengal attacked the protesting students and Dhaka University and throughout the country, inclusive of non-state Sakalbela University. And in furtherance thereof, police shot Bengal University student at a close range, whereupon he succumbed to the gunshot. The above-mentioned conversation of Sheikh Hasina with the Dhaka University Vice Chancellor Topkhana has been examined by the experts in the CID Forensic Laboratory, and it appears from the report of the examination that the conversation was genuine, and that the same had not been generated by artificial intelligence, AI. The concerned experts report in corroboration of the genuineness of the influent conversation. Furthermore, we find support of such conversation in the reports of daily newspapers. In addition to the above, the concerned CDs and drives containing the conversation has been played in the courtroom in course of the proceedings, and thereupon the conversation seemed to be genuine. The remarks of Sakalbela in the press conference on 14/7/24 has been watched by many people in the television channel and social media. Almost all the witnesses, while deposing in the tribunal, mentioned that there was the videos and the videos. Moreover, the national daily newspapers published the said remarks on 15/7/24. The remark of Obaidul Qadir was published in a over and above said inciting remark and killing and order of killing by Sheikh Hasina and the provocative remark of Obaidul Qadir have not been denied by although State Defense Council, the United State Defense Council for the expanding against Sheikh Hasina and Prosecution and Command submitted that the conversation between Sheikh Hasina and Lieutenant Command has not been properly reflected, but the same for the and later to people. Such manner will be disclosed by Sheikh Hasina in the telephone conversation the concerned experts found that the constitution was genuine and not generated by artificial intelligence. Moreover, the pendrive CDs containing the conversations in question have been played in the courtroom, and we have heard the conversation, and thereupon it appeared to us that the conversations are real, not fake and not fabricated. Accused Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, accused Home Minister Asaduddin Khan Kamal, accused Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Mahmood, acted jointly in connivance and collaboration with each other to commit atrocities in order to kill the protesters throughout the country. It has been disclosed by Chaudhry Abdullah Mahmood in his testimony that A core committee consisting of Home Secretary Jahangir, Additional Home Secretary Political, Mr. Tipu Sultan, Additional Secretary Rizam, SD's Chief Manirul Islam, DD Chief Harun Rashid, Lab DD Register Nazar Rashid, DNP Councillor Habibul Ahmad, DG of General Lieutenant Major General Ashtafuddin Siddiqui, DG of Ansar Major General Lieutenant Aminul Haq, NPMC Chief Major General Ziaul Hashim, DG SY6, DGFI Chief and NSI Chief used to hold meetings every night after 19 July 2024 at the residence of Prime Minister Sakalbela. Accused Chaudhry Abdullah Mahmood said that instruction to the core committee used to come from the Prime Minister. He also said that at one stage of the movement, it was decided to use drones to locate the gathering of the protesters and to use helicopter and lethal weapons to control the movement. In a meeting of the core committee, Sheikh Hasina passed a direction to use lethal weapons. Additional DIG Jawabdar, who was present there, communicated the message to the police officers throughout the country to use lethal weapons accordingly. Furthermore, Chaudhry Abdullah Mahmood said that instructions of the remark of Obaidul Qadir and Nanak that Sarto League and Yugo League are enough to bring the movement under control. He further said that following such remarks, activists of Sarto League and Yugo League attacked the students of Dhaka University. He also said that a lot of protesting students and public were killed by using drones, helicopters and lethal weapons throughout the country. Chaudhry Abdullah Mahmood further asserted in his testimony that he, along with Home Minister Atul and Kamal, Home Secretary and Deputy Commissioner, went to Narayan on 29/7/24 to observe the situation of the movement, and on the way, they stayed for a while in front of the Tabari police station, and then the Istiqbal of Arizon showed a video to the Home Minister on his mobile and said, "We shoot one, that one dies, that one gets injured, but the others will remove." Therefore, it is conspicuous from the above that all the three accused led the operations against the protesting students and public jointly as a matter of joint criminal enterprise. As the aftermath of Sheikh Hasina's order, as well as the supervision and guidance of accused Home Minister Atul and Kamal and IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Mahmood, the law enforcers and activists of Awami League, Sarto League and Yugo League in which
এটা তো আমি আপলোড করি নাই ভাই, এটা তো আমি আপলোড করি। আমার কাছে কি এক্সেল রয়েছে?
Sahari and another 6 protesters at Asli of Sabah, namely Sajjad Hussain, Sodor, Ashabul, Tanzil Mahmood, সুজয়, ইসমাইল ইসলামী, আবুল হোসেন,